Hello, welcome to T Classify. Today I'll be solving WAEC 2017 Chemistry Theory. Question 1D, Roman figure 1 says distinguish between a primary cell and a secondary cell. Distinguish between a primary cell and a secondary cell. Roman figure 2, give an example of each of the cells stated in 1D Roman figure 1. Give an examples of each of the cells stated in 1D Roman figure 1, that is primary and secondary cells. So we have to distinguish between primary and secondary cells. So let's use the tabular form to distinguish between the two, that is the primary and the secondary cells. So 1D Roman figure 1, so we have primary cell, then we have secondary cell. Then we say we have to use tabular form to distinguish between the two. So number 1, we have primary cell cannot be recharged. Primary cell cannot be recharged. It cannot be recharged. Why the secondary cell can be recharged? Secondary cell can be recharged. So that is number 1. We have number 2. Primary cell do not last long. Primary cell do not last long. Primary cell do not last long. While we have the secondary cell last long. Secondary cell last long. So this is number 2. Then number 3, we have reactions in primary cell are not reversible. Reactions in primary cell are not reversible. Reactions in primary cell are not reversible. Why the reactions in secondary cell are reversible? Reactions in secondary cell are reversible. Reactions in secondary cell are reversible. So this is the 3 given, that is we have number 1, it cannot be recharged, while we have secondary cell can be recharged. And we have primary cell do not last long, while we have secondary cell last long. Then reactions in primary cell are not reversible, while reactions in secondary cells are reversible. So these are the 3 distinguishes between primary and the secondary cells. Then 1D Roman figure 2, we have to give an example of each of the following, that is give an example of primary cell. Examples of primary cell. Then examples are the examples of primary cells. We have radio battery. So it's one of the examples of primary cell. We have dry cell. As one of the examples of primary cell. Then we have alkaline battery. So it's one of the examples of primary cell. Then we still have battery. We have button battery. So these are the examples of primary cell. Then secondary cell, we have to give the examples of secondary cell as well. examples of secondary cell. Then the examples are, so we have the examples of primary cells to be lead acid. We have lead acid. So this is one of the examples of secondary cell. Then we have battery in rechargeable lamp. Battery in rechargeable lamp. Battery in rechargeable lamp. So it's one of the examples of secondary cell. Then we still have car battery. We have car battery. Car battery is one of the examples of secondary cell. Then we have nickel metal hydride cell. We have nickel metal hydride cell. Then don't forget that we have to give only one examples of each of these cell. So you can just pick any one out of the examples. Like we have the primary cell examples to be the radio battery, we have dry cell, we have alkaline battery, then we have Bunsen battery, and so on. Then we have the secondary cell. The examples are lead acid, we have battery in rechargeable lamp, then we have car battery, we have nickel metal hydride cell. So these are the examples of primary and secondary cell asked. So we have asked or answer the differences between a primary cell and a secondary cell. Then in Roman figure 2 as well, we have answered the question asked, that is, we have to state the examples of the primary cell and the secondary cells. If you like this video, click like button and subscribe for more videos. You can still visit our website www.educateapricans.com for more videos related to WAEC 2017 chemistry theory, past questions and the solution. Thank you. God bless you.